Doshitiru and Yokoso YouTube, and welcome to the 61st Avatar Conquest battle. Today I'm playing Patrick on the Sakura Ridge, and the reason I posted this battle up is because Patrick, my friends, is a level 2 general, and I'm a level 7 general now, and this battle was absolutely out of the sky, out of the blue, absolutely, wow, like, it was so close. It was just so close, and I just felt that this guy, he was such a good player, and he's the prime example of how a low-level general could compete with higher-level generals in this game. Now, knowing this, I didn't bring a lot of veteran units because I knew he was a lower general than me, and I figured, well, I might as well try to make it a little bit more balanced for him and for myself. I brought a unit of Yari Ashigaru at the front here. There they are. Behind them I've got 2 units of Matchlock Ashigaru, and I haven't really used these guys in any of my battles before. And to be honest with you, I don't really know how to use them that well. Since I didn't really play Empire and Napoleon that much, so I'm not really familiar with how the Matchlock works, but I am getting to learn. I am learning. It's not like I'm some sort of all-knowing deity. I know what the units are good for and bad for, but I don't know how to micro them in battle. Knowing how to do something and actually doing it are completely 2 different things. So continuing with my army setup, I've got 2 more units of Katana Samurai, a unit of Bow Warrior Monks, and this is my only veteran, and I haven't really shown off these guys. I recently just acquired them. And there's my general, Matsuda Kagemaru. Where did he go? You can tell him out from his little cool thing that stands out at the back of his back. Where is he? Oh, I can't spot him. Can't spot him! When they run out, we'll probably see him better. There he is. I don't know why he's not showing in the proper address though. That's weird. So you can see that I send him over to capture the other building over there, and I'm capturing the farmhouse here. My opponent, Patrick, he's got 2 units of light cav over here. He's got a unit of Bow Samurai, another unit of Bow Samurai, so 2 Bow Samurai, Yari Ashigaru, a General's Bodyguard, a Lone Sword Ashigaru, and another Lone Sword Ashigaru. Now, when I looked at his army here, I thought these guys were Katana Samurai. I don't know why I didn't really bother checking. So I didn't really do any sort of test or count. That's a good idea when you're playing low many battles. To count your opponent's troops, try to figure out a good idea of how many troops they have. That's generally a good plan to be able to figure out if your opponent has hidden troops or not. So my general is, as you can see, has dismounted and is capturing this building here. You can see that he is not using his armor, and I think this is mainly because of the patch. The patch is screwing up replays for everybody. So all the replays that you record after the patch are going to work better. So you can see here I'm using my Bow Warrior Monks to take shots at his Bow Samurai. Superior range on the Bow Warrior Monks. They shoot farther than any other unit in terms of bows, except the hero, of course. And you can see here that I'm just taking shot into these units. Already brought them down to 81 men. Whenever he tries to push forward, I'm going to respond to that and kite backward respectively. I've got a unit of Matchlocks here, and I was hoping that if he, tries to commit a charge, I'll use these guys to kind of nerf the charge and then use the Yari Ashigaru to clean up. That was a plan at least. So now my bow unit's taken down this Bow Samurai unit to 75 men, so you can see that their accuracy and range are affecting a lot. Now the Bow Samurai they're going to start to take shots. I know this, and I'm going to run back to avoid taking casualties from his units, get out of his range. You can see he's still going to try to pursue me up and forward. I want to turn around and try to take some shots at him before he gets to the trees. I don't know if I'll be able, if I was successful in that or not. Yes, I was, so I'm going to get one more volley down there. I only really caused 1 man due to their awkward position on the hill and the fact that there are trees in the way. More shots here, no casualties due to the trees again. Another volley without casualties. So they do have a lot of accuracy, but these trees and the weird hill position is actually causing the difference. And over here I'm going to send my Matchlocks and my Yari Ashigaru here in the trees in preparation of an assault. It looked like to me he was getting ready to assault my troops. And this is where the first Matchlock action of the day is going to happen. I'm going to rush my Matchlocks forward in a little bit here. I wanted to take shots towards his infantry. There they go, running them forward, and you can see here that he activated his flaming missiles in the absolutely wrong time. Due to the fact that I was running, he only hit 7 men. Now he's running his infantry back, which is a good idea. I'm taking shots. They did lose a few men, and this bow samurai unit lost some more men. So now both of his bow samurai are down to 74 men. I am getting shot back, and this was a mistake. I don't know really what I was thinking. He had bow superiority. There are my bow warrior monks taking shots as well, and taking his bow samurai down to 56 men. Now if I had one cav unit, I would have absolutely ran rampant on these guys. Probably would have left them hidden here and then just struck at this point, but yeah, I was experimenting, sorry, with matchlock units, and these are actually matchlock Ashigaru, so they're nothing special. They don't really, their accuracy is bad, their range is bad, but they do have 120 men, so when you vet them up, these guys become quite powerful. I think a little better than than matchlock samurai, in my opinion. Though the matchlock samurai do get some nice abilities, so it's a classical Ashigaru versus samurai argument. You know, do you want numbers and sacrifice your quality a little bit, or do you want to get that quantity and overwhelm your opponent? So Yari Ashigaru here, and now I'm just retreating my bows back into the trees, and you can see that these units haven't really taken any damage yet. I've been microing them away from my opponent's bows, now bringing them a little bit forward to just take some more shots into his troops. Both of his bow units are down to 160, 156, so I've taken about a third of them out. So let's go ahead and fast forward here. And you can see now he activates his light cavalry, and I'm going to run back, and I'm trying to reline up my matchlock units as fast as I can, trying to thin them out as well, because I really want to see what they can do against light cavalry. Especially if there are trees in the way, and you can see that my bows are actually running up this hill, but a little bit too slowly, and it appears that they're going to get charged. And look at this; these guys just didn't fire. I guess I miscounted or misjudged how quick it takes them to fire. I thought they had their muskets ready. I did click, but then they kind of like took a step forward and then shot. So keep that in mind when you're using matchlock units. They're going to take a little step forward and shoot. This seems to be a problem for almost all bow units, and you can see here that this player, he knows that his light cav will be able to inflict some casualties on my general. I'm going to run my general back and make him just come into the midst of my troops. And over here you can see that I'm losing a lot of matchlock Ashigaru, but here come my spears very late, and I needed to hit rally here because I didn't want to lose these guys. I needed them for the infantry engagement. And you can see here that I shifted my bow warrior monks now to this side, and you can see that the player did an excellent charge here, and it was good timing. It was bad timing on my part, and then he did inflict some casualties on my general, who was down to 25 men. Now, I used to say that a leadership general is the best type of general, but I'm going to go ahead and actually alter that a little bit. A leadership general is a good general, but a defensive and melee general can also be a good general. From what I've seen in later battles, when you're more high leveled, keeping your general alive is important, but it seems that people use the general more as an offensive unit as opposed to being used as a leadership and an inspire unit. Because when your units are, you know, level 9, level 8 veterans, you don't really need your general to be around there. You can afford to let him become a physical general and you know, actually fight and stay alive and actually do more damage than your average unit. This goes, the same argument holds for a defensive bow general. That could be very deadly. But yeah, those are my views on the matter right now. Me being a level 7 general, I think leadership is a little important at this time, because I am still building my veteran rosters. I don't have a veteran that's more than level 5, so I need to up my veteran count a little bit more before I can actually you know, do my thing and change my general. And you can use clan tokens to reset your general's tree, and then you reuse the points, so that's good. So you can see that now my opponent is pulling back. Now at this point I thought that he was just avoiding my range, and I was like, okay, well, if he's just gonna let me have the building, then itadakimasu. I'm going to go ahead and move forward and try to take it. And you can see here that I'm just rearranging my bows, making sure that I can run up the hill. And I don't know why, but I instinctively wanted to push this Yari Ashigaru unit here to cover this area. Maybe because I wanted them to also be capturing this building as well. And at this point, you can see that my opponent is going to expose some hidden troops. And he's going to expose a unit of Yari Ashigaru. So I saw this and I was like, okay, that's not bad. And then look at this, 2 more light calves. So this is what I was talking about early in the game. You need to count your opponent's troops. Try to get an estimation of how much money your opponent cost, his army cost was, to sort of avoid things like that. Because now this is very deadly for me. If my opponent ran up the hill, charged into my backline, this would have been super troublesome. He's not going to do that, however. He's going to keep pursuing my bow warrior monks, and I am relining my Yari Ashigaru on the top of the hill. And you can see that these light cav are going to slam right into my Yari Ashigaru, who actually were not in the right position to take it. So as I said, my micro was really bad, really suffering. I'm lining up my matchlock Ashigaru here, trying to take shots. They weren't shooting. You can see here also, again, bad placement on my part. And I was confused as to why these guys were not shooting. But it looks like they didn't have the right line of sight. So I am forced to send my Katana Samurai forward. My Bow Warrior Monks is still here in the vicinity. That light cav unit down to 17 men. It's going to start routing, and in comes his general. And his general is actually going to start duking it out with my Yari Ashigaru. Now this is generally a bad idea, but my Yari Ashigaru is pretty much almost dead. Down to 56 men, and he is bringing the rest of his infantry. And you can see here that I also let my guys get bogged. And at this point I needed these guys to hold, so I had to activate rally and inspire them, just because I couldn't allow them to break through and hit me from the side. I would lose. And I needed inspire down here, and you can see that my Katana Samurai are actually facing a Lone Sword Ashigaru, Yari Ashigaru, and more Lone Sword Ashigaru. So I thought I would win this fight quite easily, because I do have the hill advantage. But surprisingly, his men were holding well. He activates rally at this time. Good time to activate rally. I am taking shots into his men. I'm probably hitting my own men in the process as well. But I do have Katana units, and he has Ashigaru units, so I wasn't really too worried. And here I'm doing some action with my general, just a quick charge and a quick withdrawal. I didn't really lose any man in that charge, and I'm going to try to do that again, because these Lone Sword Ashigaru units' morale is really low, and I was thinking, come on, this is my chance to just finally rout this stupid bog of infantry. And at this point I was just worried sick. And you can see here, I do a charge, and I finally clean that up. And I'm going to now start running back with my general, trying to get out of there. And you can see here that this unit of Yari Ashigaru is going to combat my Bow Warrior Monks. Now, Bow Warrior Monks, they can fight in a melee, but the way they are now, they're quite hurt. And that Yari Ashigaru unit is also quite hurt, but they should be able to at least hold for a little bit. But that Yari Ashigaru unit is going to get out of there and not really be able to do much to me. These Bow Samurai now getting charged by my Katana Samurai. That Lone Sword Ashigaru running away. And you can see now that my Katana Samurai here are actually getting butchered. And at this point I should have continued rushing forward, but that was a mistake. And you can see that I lost my Katana Samurai there. And now I have my general, my Bow Warrior Monks, and my Katana Samurai, and now he's going to push forward. And I think my Bow Warrior Monks are going to run out of ammo any minute, because they've been shooting throughout the fight, while his Bow Samurai stayed back. And I don't know why. See, this is, again, I'm really not playing the way I should be playing. I know I'm more capable than this, at least. Just leaving these guys turn their back there. At this point I should have put these guys in loose formation and initiated a charge. Or they got... I don't remember these guys actually being in the battle. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I remember these guys routing. I remember there were just my bows and my general. So this, again, the replays are being broken. I am sorry about this. But hopefully the end of this battle is the same. Yeah, see, you can see that I'm not even using this unit. This isn't bad micro. What am I talking about? This is the game. The replay, not really doing much. Because I am microing these guys away. And you can see here, as he enters the trees, I'm going to launch an attack with my bow warrior monks, hoping to sort of do something here. And now my general is staying far away. And now at this time, I knew that my bow warrior monks alone won't really be able to take down his bow samurai. But I needed to keep them there because I was waiting for my rally to come back and my inspired to come back to either inspire my bows or my general. So you can see here my bow warrior monks. Again, this isn't really happened in the battle, or did it? Wow, I'm so confused. I remember towards the end, my bow unit did rout. So I think this is also not. Yeah, this isn't what happened. My bow unit should have been routed there, and this katana samurai unit should have been routed. It was 2 bow samurai left and my general. Now I activate inspire and rally at the same time, and I'm going to charge bravely. And this was 2 units of these bow samurai, and I was like, well, this is now or never. And I charged right into them, and that unit was being taken down. You can see that Kagemaru's troop still, look at that, his name is still Matsuda Kage. That's weird. There you go, and you can see that I routed that unit, and then there was a second unit here. I pulled back out and I recharged, and I actually won the battle just barely. So you can see this katana samurai again wasn't around. This bow samurai should have been dead, and the bow warrior monk routed a long before they just ran down here. So again, I do apologize for the replay issues. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I'm really pissed about it because this was such an epic charge, and I was surprised when it actually worked. But it was a close battle. Good game to my opponent Patrick. I think this is going to be the last video for today. More coming tomorrow from Gamer Dudester. Remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about the patch. Tell me what you think about the new graphics. Do you like it? How do you feel the brightness is? Because I did play with the brightness a little bit. Give me comments so I can bring you guys the best experience I can. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.